Okay, we know that like we need water, we need soil, we need crops. I think awareness is not so much a concern. That's just by hanging out at COP or like Climate Week. Nature never used to be featured, now it's everywhere.
Interestingly, the catalyst, I think you were saying, the catalyst for that movement to start the analysis process and the introspective review of dependencies was the presence in the conversation of things like COP.
We service loads of very large organizations. 6 different big enterprise clients started to lay out their expectations of us as a supplier. They very clearly laid out the fact that these are commitments and those are very carbon related. And then these are the expectations, and biodiversity and nature starts to pop up within there. So that makes my job easier at the end of the day, because if our clients are starting to set these as expectations for us in the future, then I can start to talk about risk as it relates to kind of commercial risk of losing those clients.
I found very useful to use scenario stress testing and modeling to come up with like figures that grab like the world attention. So if an X event happens, or if climate temperature rises by X degrees, how much is that going to impact productivity, the cost of cooling, the cost of water? There's so many variables that you can actually put a price on the lack of action or mitigation strategies.
It's just such a complicated subject. You talked about supply chains. Right, okay, think about a building, roughly 1,500, 2,000 different materials, each with their own supply chain, each with different sources of where things are coming from. It's too much for a designer, let alone talking to somebody like a client to say, can you get your head around that? Can you understand that? Can you understand what part nature plays in all of these bits? Carbon's been a fantastic thing because it's just been almost the same metric as money. You're sort of like, oh, you got a carbon thing, you've got money. We haven't got one for nature.
One mechanism in communicating with the board that I've found very effective is literally just explaining that if you want to deal with climate, you have to look at nature, and the two things are actually completely intertwined. A lot of people care about it already. We all watch David Attenborough. We all, if you've got kids, you think about what kind of world are they going to inherit, and there tends to be a kind of like an emotional connection with it.